unfair yun kasi yung regular item sa budget, ito yung na-vet eh.
Yeah.
Kasi there are parameters, there are requirements,
Yes,
ano?
correct.
Yung merong excess revenue collection, merong accompanying revenue measure, tapos doon sa yung approved loans, ano? Sa foreign assisted. Ang ginawa ng Congress, yung last 2024, kaya nagka-loko-loko, pati
That's right.
PhilHealth, saka yung tawag dito, DepEd, napakailaman, because nagdagdag sila ng dalawang special provisions. One, sinama GOCC. Covered naman yung PhilHealth, categorized as GOCC. So, nabawasan tayo ng 74 billion, na zero yung PhilHealth because of that provision. And I understand where you're coming from when you said, we're just complying with the law. Because GAA is a law. And the fifth one, kasi aside from the three, nagdagdag pa ng foreign assisted projects. Mabuti na lang, hindi nagalaw yung foreign assisted. You can just imagine if pati yung foreign assisted projects, pinakailaman, niralign, tinanggal. Madidemanda tayo, arbitration na abutin natin dyan. Di po ba? So, yun, mabuti under the 2025 GAA, natanggal uli yung dalawang provisions. Nag-stick do sa tatlong requirements. But ano yung ating policy? Kasi in my privilege speech some 10 days ago or less than 2 weeks ago, no? Meron yung nangyari sa Oriental Mindoro. Ito yung hinugot sa sa program fund, yung dalawang projects. One in Barangay Burbuli, yung isa sa Barangay San Jose. Paano ma-access ng isang district representative? Kasi inaako niya ito sa mga billboards niya sinabi, mga project ko ito yung aking mga accomplishment. Pero nang chinek namin, dalawang items yung kinuha sa program fund. And from, what I understand, pagdating sa special purpose fund, na nandun yung program appropriations, hindi basta-basta ma-access to ng isang congressman, presidente lang ang pwede mag-augment. Kasi kung merong for some reason, kulang yung budget sa isang item under the regular budget, the president is authorized to, pull out from the program fund at i-augment yung budget. Pero but not, so what happened here? Yung flood control project sa Barangay Burbuli, and Barangay San Jose in Nauhan na nakakuha masyadong malakas yata, masyadong influential yung kumuha nito. Tapos substandard pa. So what is really the policy of the national government when it comes to unprogrammed appropriations?
Thank you. Mr. Chair, if I may, my understanding is that you only need the unprogram, for example, if within the cutoff of the DBM in submitting the NEP, kasi medyo hanggang June yan, may pagdinig ang DBM, and then pagpasok ng SONA, isasabit na yung NEP. Posible may mga foreign assisted projects na naaprubahan na ng executive o ng ICC halimbawa na hindi na incorporate sa NEP. Kung kaya pinapasok yan sa unprogram. Okay? Ang mali, yung halimbawa in 2024 or in 2025, meron nabilang na yung revenue niya na sa program. Yung foreign assisted, nabilang na yan. Linipat sa unprogram na priority ng Pangulo halimbawa.
We were together in the previous congresses, di ba?
Yes.
Never tayo naka-encounter na nira-align from regular budget to unprogram. Never tayo naka-experience. But this time around, under the, I think, 19th Congress, ginagel nila
Correct.
From unprogram, nilipat sa regular. From regular, nilipat sa program.
Correct.
Ano po ba yung motibo doon? To confuse?
Correct. Hindi naman po. Palagay ko, it's a fight for fiscal space. Having said that, pag linipat mo sa unprogram, dumodoble yung deficit mo. Kasi binilang na natin yung revenue And that's why my statement earlier is that, generally speaking, pagka nag-release ka sa unprogram, magbawas ka sa program. Kasi yun lang ang cash na rin makukolekta natin Halimbawa, sa taong ito, ang alam na, in 2026, tinitiyak ko hindi lalampas sa 5 trilyon ang makokolekta natin, hanggang doon lang. Pero ang gagastusin natin, more or less, 6.6. Uutangin natin yan. Di ba?
Chair,
Oo. Yes.
with the
Kaya hindi mo pwedeng dagdagan yung kundi lalaki yung uutangin natin. ulit.
Secretary, hindi
Yes.
pa nasasagot yung tanong ni Senator Lacson. Paano na-access nung congressman?
Hindi kami nagre-release ng program.
Paano kaya niya na-access? Kasi imposible
I'm not
talaga.
aware.
Only the President's office
Yes.
can do
Okay.
that.
So meron ang program sa budget. Ang karamihan dyan supposed to be yung mga natanggal ng Kongreso na mga priority ng Pangulo ang napunta sa program. Okay, yun ang pagkaalam ko. Okay? Kasama na dyan yung foreign assistance projects, kasama na rin dyan, halimbawa, yung government counterpart. Yes.
Yung, kunyari po for this year, no, as an example po, yung sa deficit level lang po, kaya talagang maapektuhan siya. Kasi nakalagay po sa special provision ng availment of a program fund is that first, you can only access if we have excess revenue collection as certified by the BTR. Second, pag may new revenue collection nga po. And lastly, approved loans for foreign assisted. Meaning po yung loan proceeds. Yun po, pag ni-request ng ahensya, hindi ko po kailangan hintayin yung certification ni Secretary. So to date po, naglabas na kami ng additional 99 billion for loan proceeds nang walang excess revenue. So tumama na po yun kaagad sa programa po ng DOF. So tumaas na ulit yung deficit mo ng 99 billion pesos.
Secretary, yung approved loans, project specific
Yes
yan
po.
eh.
Yes po.
Hindi pwedeng ibato mo yan sa ibang projects.
Hindi po. Hindi po pwede.
Thank you. Yeah, go ahead, Senator Pangilinan.
Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Magandang tanghali. Just to raise some questions with the DOF, do we have figures regarding the leakage of revenues because of smuggling?
With the permission of the chair, to respond to the query, Mr.
Yes.
Chair? Yes.
Mr. Chair, yes, Mr. Chairman, with the permission of
Yeah,
the
go
Chair.
ahead.
Yes, thank you. The last time we met with the new commissioner of the Bureau of Custom, in our conversation with him, they presented to us a catch-up plan, and we presented to them our own catch-up plan, which we think they should do. Our estimate of the leakage for the year will roughly be 150 billion.
150 billion
More or less, yes.
for customs.
Yes.
Does this include, iba pa yung BIR, no?
Iba pa. Iba pa.
But do you also have figures as to
I don't have the figures for the BIR, but nevertheless, when we give them a target, let me give you an example. If the economy were to grow by, example, 6%, and you had inflation of, let's say, 8%, and we give them, so their minimum growth should be 8. So if we give them a target of 12, then there's an efficiency of 4%. So that's how we do it with both the BIR and the Customs Department.
Okay, thank you. I raised this question because we had a hearing yesterday on the smuggling, particularly agriculture products. And the anti-agriculture economic sabotage law mandates the full operation of the national single window within 90 days. The law says within 90 days from the effectivity of this act. And then a failure to implement the MSWD shall subject the head of the concerned office of the BOC and trade regulatory agencies to admin and criminal prosecution. May we know what the status is now of the
National single window.
Yes. And moving forward is kasi 20 years na tong batas na ito. It
I
was
think bagong batas yan. Yung,
yes, the council, the creation of the Anti-Agriculture Sabotage Act was 2024.
Yeah.
But the Executive Order 482, which was where the single window, originated or emanated from, was 2005.
Yes.
So we have been talking about the National Single Window since
Correct.
2005. We will celebrate the 20th anniversary this year. When will we finally put this together and make it functional?
Well, first of all, let's go backward muna from 2005 to before I came into the DOF. Maraming kaso-kasuhan dyan. Okay, so there are TROs in court, so on and so forth. But to answer your question directly today, it is no longer the BOC implementing that. The proponent now of the project is the DICT. And we expect to get the National Single Window approved within the next 2 months. Within the next 2 months, not to be implemented by the DICT. That is also to skirt around the TRO issued by the court. Yes. Hindi na siya BOC, DICT ang gagawa. Okay? And maybe another year for it to be operationalized.
So, in other words, by 2026, second or third quarter,
Hopefully by then it will be fully operationalized. And then next to that will be the improvement of their E2M.
yes,
Okay.
yes. Thank
So
you.
with the National Single Window and that, hopefully within our administration, mariresolve natin yung mga maraming problema sa Bureau of Customs.
Although, as it was earlier, or during the hearing yesterday, nabanggit ni Senator Amy Marcos nung initially na-implement yung ilang mga online, how do you call it, transparent collection, bumaba ang collection. I don't recall right now which particular agency, pero nung naging digital, bumaba yung collection. Diba? So maybe we will have to baka sadyang sinasabotahe, no? But anyway, you'll have to look out to that.
Yeah, I think our revenue generating agencies, generally, the revenue effort has been growing by about 14% on the average in the last 3 years.
Yes.
Almost 12% for the BIR in the last 3 years as well.
Thank you. These are some items that I raised last hearing yesterday, but I'd like, because Secretary Recto and Secretary Balisacan were not here, I'd just like to reiterate this. And I've shared it earlier with Secretary RC. The official data on income range of farmers and fisher folk, we'd like to get that. What is the average income of our farmers and fisher folk? Also, the comparative ASEAN as well as Northeast Asia income and productivity in agriculture and fisheries. And then agri-exports, the breakdown of Philippine agri-exports relative to ASEAN and Northeast Asia. Northeast Asia, sorry. Dahil nga, it's ridiculous that, or pathetic, so forgive the harsh term, but Singapore is exporting $12 billion worth of agri-products while we're exporting 7 billion. And from the last, if I'm not mistaken, since 2015 until this time, our net imports used to be about 5 billion. It's now about 11 billion or 12 billion ang ating agriculture imports. So that's a concern, and we'd like to get the data. We're also looking at, again, to address these challenges, we'd like to get the position of the Department of Finance as well as DepEd, DepDev. We believe to be able to address these challenges, the following have to be undertaken. One, a law to create a commission on agriculture to look